It's 3:30 in the morning aboard a Caribbean cruise. 23-year-old Amy Bradley dances to live reggae, heads back to her cabin and relaxes on the balcony. 3 hours later, she's gone. No splash, no note, no trace. 27 years on, her family still believes she's alive, and the newest Netflix docuseries has millions asking the same question. What really happened to Amy? Welcome to Redacted Chronicles. I'm Rachel, and in this episode we'll retrace every verifiable step of Amy Lynn Bradley's disappearance and examine the theories from tragic accident to human trafficking, up to the renewed 2025 search. If this deep dive helps untangle the mystery, hit subscribe and tell me your thoughts in the comments. Let's set sail. It's March 1998. The Bradleys, Ron, Ivor, 21-year-old Brad and 23-year-old Amy, board Royal Caribbean's Rhapsody of the Seas for a week-long cruise through the Antilles. Amy has just graduated from Longwood University, a star basketball player and trained lifeguard eager to start a new job. Photographs from the first 2 days show her smiling under a floppy white hat, drink in hand, the epitome of spring break freedom. On the evening of March 23rd, the ship departs Aruba, bound for Curaçao. After dinner, Amy and her brother join other young passengers at the Dance Fever nightclub. There, Amy is seen with the ship's band guitarist, an entertainer named Alistair "Yellow" Douglas. Multiple witnesses later recall Amy dancing with Yellow until about 3:15 a.m. Ship keycard logs show Brad re-entered their cabin at 3:35, with Amy following at 3:40. Their father Ron wakes around 6 and notices Amy sitting on the balcony. He dozes off again. Minutes later, she's simply not there. Her shoes, cigarettes and lighter are missing. Everything else, passport, room key, purse, remains inside. At 6:50 a.m, the ship is docking in Curaçao. Ron alerts security immediately, pleading for a lockdown. Instead, crew members make a PA request for, "Amy Bradley, please contact the purser's desk," effectively alerting thousands of passengers before any search begins. By 8 a.m, realizing she didn't disembark officially, the family begs Royal Caribbean to delay letting passengers leave. The gangways stay open. Potential evidence walks right off the ship. Royal Caribbean's initial search turns up nothing. The Netherlands Antilles Coast Guard spends 4 days scouring 70 square nautical miles. No body, no clothing, no debris. Investigators note Amy is an excellent swimmer, and the currents near Curaçao flow toward open sea. A fall from the deck would likely leave traces on the hull or waterline, yet none are found. The FBI boards the ship in St. Thomas. Agents photograph Amy's cabin, interview crew, and collect Yellow's clothing. Luminol tests reveal nothing conclusive. By March 31st, the Bradleys return to Virginia empty-handed, convinced Amy was taken ashore against her will. If you're following so far, tap subscribe and share your theory in the comments. Every perspective keeps this discussion alive. August 1998. A Canadian tourist on Curaçao spots a woman matching Amy's description on a beach. Distinctive Tasmanian devil tattoo on her shoulder, gecko on her navel, ribbon of Japanese kanji around her ankle. Before the tourist can approach, the woman is whisked away by 2 men. January 1999, a US Navy petty officer in Curaçao claims a sex worker in a brothel grabs his arm and pleads, "My name is Amy Bradley. Help me." He is ordered to leave for his safety. 2005. The Bradleys receive emailed photos of a woman dubbed Jazz advertised on an adult site. Investigators determine the images are highly consistent with Amy. The same green eyes, the same tattoos, now blurred. Despite an Interpol notice, the woman is never located. 2010, a witness aboard a Royal Caribbean cruise to St. Thomas claims she sees Amy, now in her 30s, on a shopping excursion with 2 men. When the witness shouts, "Amy!" the woman ducks behind the men and they hurry away. Each sighting renews hope and trauma for Amy's family. The FBI reward climbs to $25,000. The family adds $250,000 for information leading to her safe return. Before we dive in, let's lay out the 5 leading theories most often cited by investigators, journalists, and the Bradley family's private researchers. These range from tragic accident to calculated abduction, and each has its own supporting evidence and contradictions. Accidental overboard. Royal Caribbean's official stance. Amy likely fell from the balcony. Problem: no witnesses, no body, and minimal railing height makes leaning over unnecessary. Plus, Amy was a lifeguard and strong swimmer. Suicide. Rejected by family and investigators. Amy had just accepted a new job and emailed friends about future plans. Targeted abduction. Witnesses note Yellow's intense attention that night and claim he made sexually suggestive comments about Amy after her disappearance. Could crew or port workers have trafficked her? Sex trafficking kidnap for Curaçao brothels? Consistent with brothel sighting, tattoos removed or altered, controlled movement. Curaçao is a known transit point for sex trafficking. Faked disappearance. Least supported theory. No financial activity or digital footprint since 1998. While no single theory closes every gap, most independent investigators lean toward a coordinated abduction exploiting lax cruise ship security and open gangways at port. The Bradleys sue Royal Caribbean for negligence and emotional distress. In 2000, the suit is dismissed on jurisdictional grounds. Congressional hearings on cruise ship safety cite Amy's case when mandating improved surveillance and stricter reporting of crimes at sea. Still, jurisdictional black holes persist. On the high seas, the nearest port's laws, or sometimes none, apply. True crime podcasts, Crime Junkie and Swindled, plus a 2023 Dr. Phil update, push the story back into headlines. Then, in July 2025, Netflix releases the 3-part docuseries Amy Bradley is Missing. Within 48 hours, it hits Netflix's global top 10, flooding tip lines with new leads. Yellow, now a mechanic in Barbados, gives a rare interview insisting he's innocent. At home in Chesterfield County, Brad Bradley, now an orthopedic physician assistant, plays in Amy's brother's band, performing the song Amy's Light at fundraising concerts. Ron and Ivor, now in their 70s, still keep the porch light on every night. Their message: we will not stop looking until Amy walks through the door. Nearly 3 decades later, the disappearance of Amy Bradley remains one of the most haunting unsolved cases on the high seas. Was she a victim of instant tragedy or slow-motion trafficking? The answer may lie in someone recognizing her face or her tattoos today. If this investigation shed light on the case, smash like, subscribe to Redacted Chronicles, and share your theories below. I read as many comments as I can, and your insights guide future episodes. Thank you for listening, and until next time, stay safe.